Good morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. Office Boy Builder here, I hope you are well. Right, we are still in the bathroom. I still look like Prison Mike from the office and I have just finished stripping all of the walls. This stuff here was the best part of 100 years old of lime, horsehair and render. Basically just jumped off the walls, which was really nice, all the way around, all the way up there. I have left the ceiling up in the most part. That part I don't think ever existed actually, because there was a cupboard there, so they just plastered up to it. I'm leaving the ceilings up. I'm not going to drop the lath and plaster because it is just too miserable and dirty. I'm going to board over it and with moisture resistant plasterboard the whole way over. What I'm going to be doing now is clearing the floor space. And I am going to rip up the floor. That will allow me to run the pipework that we need. Largely, everything is staying as it is. If you're just tuning in now, I've got a couple of videos up here explaining a little bit more. But the bath is going to be here, facing this way. Look, because we love looking out the window when we're having a bath at night. That sink is going to be swapped for a bidet. And the sink, the new sink, is going to go here in this position. So I've got to run some waste pipes there for that. Means that we'll have a nice bright mirror cabinet above the sink. I'm then going to build a false wall. Here you see these big holes. This one I've bricked in. There's a hole and then another one. There was a stud wall here. In fact, it was the same material as this. Incredibly heavy, very dense blockwork, but also very, very thin. It was only about that wide, plus the skim on either side. I'm going to be changing this for a 6x2 in width, so 150 mil wide, which is actually, ironically, probably about that depth. It's going to be custom built, obviously, because it's not here. It's not going to be a stud wall. It's actually going to be one big custom built cabinet that I'm going to make out of 12 mil plywood, which is this stuff here. Obviously I'm not going to use that board, but 12 mil ply, which is very, very strong. And I'm going to show you that at the end, I think, end of the process. I'm not going to show you that now. I've designed it and I've got the materials on order. I'm really genuinely looking forward to having that. That's going to be really nice. New toilet's going to go in here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to be doing some fun things with this window here as well. All of this is going to be plasterboard in this side. Then we'll have the wall. This here will be tiled all around here. All of that will get tiled all the way along this wall. It's going to be half height tile along here. And then this wall here, I'm going to have a go at Venetian plastering. Never done it before. I've had a look at it. It looks stunning, really, really nice. It's best when it's applied directly onto plasterboard. So I'm going to dot and dab, stick some plasterboard up and give it a go. What's the worst that can happen? So that'll be good. That'll be good. Right, I'm going to clear this space, go have a quick hoover up, and then I'm going to start ripping up the floor and I'll stick you on a time lapse. stripped all the floorboards, and then I went back and lifted up all of the nails. Put them in that bucket there just for now. Oh, my back is tired, but we are looking at an open floor. All of this was insulated from below, and I did all of the electrics back when I did the kind of spotlights and the various bits downstairs. So I don't really need to touch any of the electrics. That one there is obviously dud, being part of the old system. Running in that black cable, that's obviously been removed. And actually, I had completely forgotten this, but Nick ran loads of the pipework before we closed up any of this flooring. So we have the white pipes there, just along there. That's the flow and the return for the wall radiator. And he ran it all the way to the edge of the room, just in case we wanted it there. I have labelled them up flow and return now. Nick had put an F on the top one there, so I've gone through and kind of done that in multiple places around. But that's quite easy. We have the sink one here, and he also ran the waste. He continued the waste and capped it off there, because that was going to be where the shower was, but actually we're going to be putting the sink there, and that will become the bidet. So it's actually worked out fine. I will probably bring the piping for that up on this side of the rafter of the joist, because the joist goes all the way down to the plasterboard there, and I really don't want to drill through it and put an elbow on there and then have to get an elbow coming up. That's just too much hassle. So I will put it in front of there. So really what I need to do is run a cold feed here for the toilet. That's easily done. And I need to run a hot and cold feed here to come up to put in the wall for a shower, a future shower. We don't really have any intention of installing one there, but I think I will try and future-proof it by putting the pipework there, because it's just easier. Even if I just have it coming up out of the floor under the bath, because they would need to change the bath anyway. So I'll probably just have them popping up and capped off under the bath, rather than coming up in the wall. So yeah, actually I've got a lot less to do, thanks to past Tom and mostly past Nick. So thank you guys. Right, I'm going to get the bits that I need. Okay, sorry for the time-lapse cutting out. I ran out of battery. I have pretty much done all the extra bits that needed doing. So I've run up the hot and cold feed there, which will come up for the sink. And I've glued in the waste. I had to do 2 45 elbows there because when I welded this one in, this part went in fine, and then this side cracked. It failed on me. So couldn't use that, so I had to cut it off here and put in 2 45s because I didn't have another 90. So that's a bit of a pain, but such is life. We're going to be having the radiator. We've changed our plan slightly. I mentioned some Venetian plastering on this wall. So we were originally going to have the towel radiator around here. We're now going to have it here, which is next to the toilet, which is a little bit rogue, I get that. But because the wall, the dwarf wall will stop here, you'll still have access to the radiator and it won't disrupt the look of the wall, which should be really quite nice. And we'll also have a towel rail above the bath, like a towel rack that you can grab towels from, so that'll be easy there, easy access. Yeah, and I've run the feed, so I've got the feed for the toilet here. That'll be on a flexi hose. That is the feed for the cold, for the shower, that we're not going to have. And I'm going to run a hot as well. I've actually run out of time. I need to turn the water back on and have a shower and go because we're going out tonight. So I actually need to add in another T around here so that I can run it across for this to come with that one there, just so that it's there, done, capped off. And then I'll be able to get the flooring, start getting the flooring down. It's going to be a bit of a faff, I will be honest, cutting around these holes and everything, but I'll probably just do one large hole and then fill it with expanding foam. You know, that bit there is going to be the biggest pain, I think, where I've got the elbow for the toilet. Not a lot I can do about that because I need to just drop them down on flat. I'll figure that tomorrow, which should be part of the next video for you, or this will be the end of the video. So if you found that enjoyable, I appreciate there was a lot of time lapses there, but it's all just part of the process. Please do like, follow, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and I will see you on the next video.